Transformers, more than meets the eye. Autobots wage their battle to destroy the evil forces of the...
Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this special video showcase we're going to once again be looking at another Generation 1 vintage toy catalogue stroke toy checklist. This is from 1989 and it's a UK and European release catalogue, and again the main reason for that I know is because it actually is printed in the bottom right hand corner here. So we've got a bit of a dual language going on here. So we've obviously got from Brussels, and as I say, there's the Newport Gwent division in the UK. So we might as well start on this particular side. In this, you're going to be seeing lots of Micromasters, some Pretenders, and then a few other things like Triggerbots and Triggercons. So we've got the enormous, well, the biggest Decepticon base there. Micromaster one was, of course, Skystalker. That should have that on the top as well. I don't know why they've got a picture like that. And it's also bright white, whereas obviously the main release one isn't that colour at all. I'm literally just noticing these as I'm looking at it with you guys. So we've got some battle stations now. There is, of course, Grease Pit and Ironworks. And they've got the Micromasters mixed up. I've never noticed this before. This is interesting. We've then got Hothouse and Airwave. And again, there are some colour differences between that and the original releases. The original release is not as white as that at all. In fact, it's grey. And the interesting thing as well is that some of these, you may now notice, guys, have had Generations reissues or remakes, shall we say, under the Siege and Earthrise toy lines. Looking at the actual Micromasters then. So we've got the Off-Road Patrol, the Race Car Patrol, the Rescue Patrol. This was also the patrol that was in the Transformers Victory cartoon in Japan. These ones were in it quite a lot, to be honest. And there we've got the Decepticon Sports Car Patrol as well. Moving over, Airstrike Patrol and Battle Patrol. And then you've got the mini play sets. And again, there's some different colours on these as well. So there is Flat Top. That is legitimately called Erector. That is Overlord. And again, this is usually a much darker grey. Much darker grey. And Rough Stuff. Again, they seem to have all the whites on here. They must be test shots or something, because they're literally the grey of the original releases when they came out. So this must have been just before they did come out. There is Skyhopper, another huge play set, which is brilliant. And of course, Ground Shaker. Funny enough, I've done videos of a couple of these on my channel if you'd like to see them in a bit more detail. Right, let's spin it over. So we've got the Triggercons and the Triggerbots. Anybody remember them? So the Decepticons are Crankcase, Windsweeper, and Ruckus, who's down there. And then for the Autobots, we've got Override, Backstreet, and Dogfight. Dogfight's the one, honestly, that I always forget. So, Pretender vehicles, we've got Gunrunner and Road Grabber. They look exactly as they should be. Then we've got the Ultra Pretenders, and these are brilliant. I actually really like these. That is gold plastic, unfortunately. That looks a little bit off. These, to be honest, these don't look exactly like the finished articles. Again, I've done videos on my channel if you'd like to see what they are, what they do look like in the finished article. But there is Skyhammer, and there is Roadblock. And again, these are what they'd be called Ultra Pretenders, because they've got little Pretenders that go in little shells that can then go into the bigger shell, and there's loads of different ways and combinations you can play with them. So, small Pretenders, exactly like the bigger ones, but smaller, just the clues in the title. Double Header, Pincher, Long Tooth, again, very bright white when it was grey in the final pieces. That doesn't look right at all. That looks like Darkwing's gun. That really does look like Darkwing's gun. That's not his gun at all. And there is Bludgeon. And again, that doesn't look like his gun either. This is interesting. I perhaps should have researched it before I'm looking at it, but it's interesting for me, the same as for yourselves, because some of these are wrong. Stranglehold and Octopunch. Okay. Classic Pretenders. And there again, clues in the title. So these are G1 characters giving a Pretender, I'm not going to say upgrade because it's not an upgrade. So we've got Starscream, and again, this should be grey. I've got videos of these as well. Grimlock, Jazz, these just look like test shots, and Bumblebee. Moving over to probably my favourite pretenders, if I'm allowed to say that. Again, as a child, I didn't really appreciate these, but as an adult, I really do now. So we've got Crossblades, and again, the colours are out on here. Vroom and Thunderwing. Most people will have heard of Thunderwing, mainly due to all of his Generations releases as well. So there you go, guys. Hope you found that interesting. There was a few things on it that were wrong, which again, I didn't even realise until just looking at them. Keep your ideas and suggestions coming in. I'm having a lot of fun doing these. Hope you guys are enjoying the memories. And again, if you've seen things like me or not seen them at all, hopefully you enjoyed it. Take care.
Thanks for watching. Like and comment. And don't forget to subscribe.